to create outros and intros for this podcast. We're yet to receive it.
You've not given me access now. I can't
Access
create
to
anything to the app.
create it and send it to me now. What do you want to put in the this thing that you don't have? I've given you access, by the way. I don't even know what you mean by access.
I don't have access. I've tried multiple times.
Okay, whatever. How are you today?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm okay. You look like you are pregnant.
Because I'm not.
I think maybe it's poverty that is causing it.
Do you mean I have kwashako?
I don't know for you. You've been complaining too much. I don't like when you are complaining.
You mean on Twitter?
Yeah,
That's what I'm complaining about. I don't remember I'm complaining.
you've just been complaining about like the importance of being rich, talking about like oh how like I don't like hearing those things.
You don't want to be rich. I don't understand. So people are not used to me. I'm the standard of wealth for you,
Yes,
yeah?
not for
I'm the
me.
Dangote. I'm the Dangote in your group, in your
Stop
friendship group.
but yeah, don't stop complaining, please.
I'm honored actually. Actually, I can actually imagine because imagine Dangote ranting that he's broke. Fuck, that's actually cringe.
But you know what? I really like Dangote and Otedola's friendship. Do you see how Otedola always retweets Dangote stuff, like tell people go and buy, like all those
But
type of
Dan-
things?
but Dangote does not want to share his book on his social media.
No,
I'm
no, no. I
joking.
don't
I
think
don't know.
Dangote is on Twitter, but I
I'm
find
joking. I'm
it
joking.
interesting because of it's not even because of how rich they are, because of how old they are. That's why I find it
I don't
interesting.
think they're in the same tax bracket, sure.
Like Dangote is clearly richer.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I
me
know.
to you, richer.
Mm, okay. I know he's clearly richer, sir, but the thing there is that I feel like
That's
there's a
actually funny as fuck. In my
not that
head.
funny. It's actually not that funny.
In
That's
my
why you're
head
the
is
one
funny.
laughing. It's not that funny.
I swear that was funny.
Yeah,
I swear that was funny.
your standard for what is funny is
I
low.
swear because that was actually really funny.
Okay. Now I have something to ask. I was reading something today about how like some of the offers that Meta was offering to people to join them were in the 200 million to 500 million range.
200 kwa.
Yeah.
I don't think that's possible. I think
If
that's
I
bullshit.
like honestly, I swear I saw this tweet. One guy was talking about I don't know which company he was saying that no engineers from that company took it. And I was just thinking to myself that
I
I
don't
kind
think
of
it's like look at the numbers now. 200 million. Oh,
I see there's even one that I saw that is like a billion. Okay, you know what? I'm going to find
ah.
this tweet and send it to
People should
you.
calm down, Joe. We're talking of dollars here. It's not naira.
Yes.
No, no. It does not
No,
make
but
sense.
like
You say think about it.
no, it makes sense to me. It, the contracts are for like a 4 year period though. Like that 200 million is over 4 years, not at once.
Oh, so they're locking them down.
Yeah, exactly. So, but what I found interesting was that, like,
That's crazy.
what I wanted to say is that if you are doing a job that you are happy and you feel like it's going to be impactful and cash plus bonus, right, over the next 4 years, you estimate it between 100 million to 400, and somebody comes and offers you 200 million that you would definitely get as long as you stay in another company for 4 years, and you don't care about that company, you don't like their work ethic, you don't even think you're going to succeed in that category, are you going to
Yeah,
drop your job?
of course.
I think you are dumb, that's why. um Ideally the point is that
Of course, if it's meta that is calling, I'll jump.
yeah, but that's because you are not as smart as these people that they are offering money. These
But
people are
like, what
high.
is the chance? What's the chance apart from like OpenAI? What's the
Mm.
chance? I think
There's so many
everybody in
other
that
companies that
space,
are doing pretty good, like Anthropic. Like
yeah,
there's so many other
of course,
companies
they're going
doing.
to do pretty good for now. Of course, they're going to do pretty good for now. But like, it's going to be the case of Clubhouse versus Twitter. One player already understands the space quite deeply and has
Meta does
money.
not understand the space
He has
deeply.
hired everybody that understands the space and has money and has money to push the vision, has resources
Mm,
upstairs and downstairs. By upstairs, I mean in the government and all of that. And
mm,
downstairs, I mean users, everything. They have resources, extensive resources actually, limitless resources, if I should say,
mm-hmm.
and they're willing to push it. Mark has pivoted from now from metaverse and all of that whole
Exactly.
AR thing,
And
and
spent
is
so
now
much
super
money, hired
bullish.
everybody, and still
And he's now super bullish because the goal for him is it's
he
not about
was
the
super
product.
bullish on metaverse. Like literally, he changed the name of his company to Meta because of how bullish he was on metaverse.
Yeah. And it's not about the product. It's about becoming a winner for him. Like he does not care about the product. He does not
The
care
AI
about the
professionals don't, the people who are refusing to jump don't think he would win. That's the point. They don't have that vote of
but
confidence in
but
him.
but you can't
It,
say
but
it
I don't
though.
want us to talk about Meta. Where I was
Okay,
going
true.
to was that there is a certain amount of money you will be making that if you are not greedy, you will know
Yeah,
that
yeah, of course. I'm not just there yet. I'm not just
yeah. So
there. I'm
I
a
was trying to
beggar.
establish that about what they call it about
$30.
yeah, Dangote and Otedola. Yeah, they might not exactly be in the same tax bracket, but like everything that Otedola wants, he probably can't afford. So it's not that deep to
Yeah,
him
for the most part.
at that
Apart
level.
from buying Twitter, you cannot afford to buy Twitter,
But maybe he doesn't care to buy Twitter.
even if he cares. There's some things you should not care about.
But also Bill Gates
Like
now.
I want to buy GTRS, but I can't afford it. So like, I can't care about it. It's something I would want
Which
to have.
GTRS?
It's a car, Porsche.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
You see, this is
You
why
see,
me and you are
you
not
can't even think about it. You can't even
yeah, we
imagine
even
it.
I've never even heard of this car before because we're not in the same tax bracket.
No, no, man. Same tax bracket. Are you mad? Come
No,
on,
no,
right?
no,
The same
no,
tax
no.
bracket. Please
We're
don't
not in the
insult
same
me,
tax
oh. I beg.
bracket.
Okay, but yeah, guys, welcome to another week's episode of Two Fake Friends. This is a very impromptu episode, and we want to just gist and talk, and we hope you enjoy it.
This is not a
And
very impromptu episode.
it
This
is because
episode, no, it is
you
not.
slept off
We
on
had
me, and you don't
to
talk. You
this.
slept off on me for a time that we agreed on, and you
So
now
how does that make
woke
it
me up.
impromptu?
You now woke me up all of a sudden and said we should record when I said we should
They
post it
lie.
to tomorrow.
I literally slept off like 1 minute before the time when we're supposed to record, and then I
Okay,
texted you like 30
when
minutes
did you
after.
message me again? There's a chat record.
Yeah, like
Do you
30
want to be
minutes
doing that on
after.
this? Do you want to be doing that here?
Yeah, like 30 minutes after I messaged you and was like, "Where are you? Let's
Okay,
record."
moving on.
Yeah, moving
Guys,
on.
we want you to send us. We have actually a big update. Actually, we have what is now called an Instagram page by the Gen Zs for this podcast, and you guys should do us 100 and
Follow
what's it
us.
called?
Like people
Follow
listen to us.
us.
I checked the metric when I was like trying to send you this link. I sort of like
Mm-hmm.
loaded the page for
Yeah.
Our Spotify creators page. And I saw that like people are listening to us. So please can you guys follow
So
us? Like engage
we
with us
can't be
like
saying
that,
rubbish
comment,
again then.
share, stuff like that.
We can't be saying rubbish again then.
What kind of rubbish?
Like the rubbish we used to
Also,
say.
I find it quite embarrassing every time I check our Spotify and they say less than 1,000 because they show numbers now. You
Oh,
guys,
less than
this
1,000.
this is the reason why we don't do these things. Why we don't record often because we're not failures. Or at least me, I'm not a failure. I don't
But
want that. I don't
the
want to be
goal was
doing
for
less
you.
than 1,000.
The goal was for you not to have like plenty of people listen to you, just to bump.
I don't care at this point. If they were not, if Spotify was not showing metric, it would be less important to me. But at least, which one is less than? They can't even show our numbers. They just put arrow there. They put them less than
Chai.
sign and put 1,000. Like you guys, it's not
Okay.
funny. So please, if you listen to this podcast, follow, like follow it. Don't just
And share.
listen randomly. Like follow, share, like all those things. Because the more you share and you follow, the more they will show us to other people as well. I can't believe I'm begging people to follow us.
Yeah. But like I'm
Anyway,
seeing something here that we have 360 something streams. Is that over
not
30 days or
300
what?
and something. No, that is 400 and something.
Jesus, damn. Okay, but yeah, let's go back to what is exciting about our lives. What have you been up to?
Oh my God, I've been so stressed, you guys. I'm so stressed.
You've been tweeting a lot.
I've not been tweeting a lot. Have I been tweeting a lot?
Yeah, yeah, almost
Okay.
competing with me now.
If I'm tweeting a lot, I think it's a reflection of how stressed I am. But like, yeah, I've been so
Yeah.
stressed by trying to get a deal over the line. And I just feel like mentally for me, it's like there was a timeline where this should have happened, and it is elapsing that timeline, and that is giving me so much stress because I needed to work with the timelines I have. So, yeah, I've been stressed about that. Beyond that, what have I done? I haven't necessarily gone out anywhere. I haven't been doing much. I actually haven't even been cooking, which shows how stressed I am. I've not been cooking that much. I think the last thing I cooked was native rice. Okay, no, it was yam and egg. Okay, that was not bad. But like, I've just been so stressed because I don't know. I've just okay. I did go out though. I went. Where did I go to self? I went to one rave the other day. It was nice. Did I go anywhere before that? Okay, I went on brunch. Like I don't know, I've not been going out that much. I've just been so indoors, nothing exciting. I'm just like, oh, this deal has to go through. This deal has to go through, and trying to push it to go through.
Okay. How far has that gone? Like in terms of like progress, is it moving forward? Is it just stagnant?
I think so. I think I kind of like gave the counterparties like a like guys. We have a deadline and I need to work with that deadline, which kind of
Mm-hmm.
like pumped everything up. Like everybody just became like really, like they just realized I was pretty serious, which increased my stress this week because like yesterday I spent 7 hours doing meetings. Just imagine 7 hours doing meetings. The week on Friday last week, I was in a late night physical meeting for I the meeting started around 10. I didn't get home till like past 2 a.m. Like that's to show you how and we just talk, work like Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, but
You're
now
fucking
today,
Jesus is fucking Christ. I don't understand.
are you dumb?
Okay, sorry. You said Jesus fucking Christ, and I'm like, I did. Never mind.
Okay, cool. Anyway, so today was supposed to be like the last day, but now I've heard from nobody, which is giving me anxiety. So like this is a very stressful situation. But let's move on from that. How are you? How have you been?
Before we move on, please also don't forget that if money comes out of this transaction, I'm an early investor in you primarily and also in your business. Thank you.
Please, when did you, can you send me your safe so that I can see? Or
Safe
like,
qua.
when I should you
We don't
share?
do safes. We don't do safes over here, darling.
So how are you invested?
You will know now. You will know.
Well,
You
I
will
beg.
know.
Oh yeah,
I got
continue.
receipts. I got receipts for this. But yeah, I've been
Okay.
okay. I've been fine. I've been good. Work has been very like not sexy in the last couple of weeks. So it's been the same thing. There's nothing has changed significantly.
Hmm.
I got a feedback from one of our regulators as regards some of the applications we're making. So that was a big one.
Was it successful?
Yeah, partially, not fully yet. So we're hoping that we'll get like a good response in the next 1, 2, 3 weeks.
Okay.
But yeah, same old, same old. Still married, and Yamoli is still married, so that's really good news. All right, so
That's kind of funny.
Since we're done with check-ins, let's
Mhm.
talk about something very interesting that I've
Okay.
been thinking about lately.
Mhm.
And it's been in conversations on Twitter, and it's the I don't know if we talked about it last week, but it's the
Mhm.
culture of creators. I can't remember the conversations we had last week, to be honest, but the culture of creators um being very defensive with feedbacks. It even spans into like tech, because also I think that also encompasses the creator economy to an extent, because you're creating things that people use. And so when you have a user that is very critical of a service, you become hyper defensive instead of taking that as an avenue to understand where this user is coming from, and probably educate them in a more nice way. Like two examples I have now, right? I have the example of this lifestyle startup that's Sherry or something like that. That somebody was talking about on Twitter about. She put them in the same
Oh
group as
yeah, yeah,
Childec, where
yeah.
they were not able to utilize customers' data because she's dropped off for a couple months now, and nobody has reached out to her. And in my in my own opinion, that did not even meet the criteria of like
Leading
negative
to having
criticism.
things, yeah,
Exactly. So, and when I saw the reply from the CEO,
of Shari.
yeah, which I can
So you
also
had a very
understand
long thread.
because,
I couldn't even read the entire thread because I was just like, why are
yeah,
we talking here?
yeah, and I get the emotional attachment to like things you built. Also because I'm sort of a creator. I don't know if I'm a creator in that level, but like I get the emotional attachment, and but like sometimes I just also think that it's important that creators are able to step out of
Mm-hmm.
their
Step
bubble
back.
to
Yeah.
understand, because I actually particularly thought that would have been for the Sherry case in point, that would have been a very good opportunity for her to actually gain some brand equity of that, right?
Yeah, but
Of that
but,
interaction.
but yeah, but she in her mind, like what she did helped her gain brand equity, don't you think?
How? I
Like
don't think
more
so.
people, like
How?
for instance, now the original babe that wrote that thing, right?
Yeah.
The babe did not, the babe did not mention only Shari. She mentioned both Shari and I think Childek as well.
Of
But
course.
just
Yeah.
Shari responded, right?
Yeah.
So at least people were now having an opinion on should Shari have responded or not, blah 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 blah. And like obviously not a lot of people knew Shari before
Yeah, but
then.
like in the context of how she handled the
People yeah, just
situation,
felt like
whether
she was
like
being
exposing customer data or not exposing customer data, being like
like
attacking the
no
customer in that kind of way publicly.
yeah, like no shade to her.
Are you busy?
No, yeah, sorry, I'm trying to download to install my Gmail or something on my tab. No shade to her or anything, right? Sorry for that breaking transmission. But I just feel like it was not a direct attack at Shari. And it's not even something that is that deep. Like just saying, oh, companies are not like checking in on their customers, blah 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 blah. Like I just don't. It's not limited to Shari, right? Like it's just like generally. She's just saying something generally. Myself, when I saw the original tweet, I was just like, yeah, like to me, I was just like, yes, all those professionals that like talking as like. My mind was like she's trying to sell her job, right? Because at the end of the day, she's a marketing professional who works with like brands and she has like a marketing agency or something. So I did not even take her tweet seriously because obviously it's true brands don't check up on users that much in Nigeria, but it's like I just felt she was coming from the point of view of selling herself or selling her business. You understand? But when
Yeah.
I saw the entire Shari response, I'm just like, what the actual hell? Like, it could have just been like, oh, we check on our customers. I don't know how we missed you or something
Yeah.
like that, but we typically check and left it at that. It could have been
Exactly.
a response from the brand saying,
And that would have been better brand equity for her
Yes, for me,
than
I
how
just
she did.
having
Because
to
now
now
they
do like it was a direct attack where you're now showing step by
exactly.
step the last time they were booked, the last time these books, what they booked for. I just felt
Yeah.
like it was a lot. Like I just felt like she absorbed it too much, much more than it was.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, I just anyway, I don't everybody and their way
And
of
their
doing
company, of course,
yeah, but
like the
like me
founder
and my
is
own
someone.
company, where are we? She still has a running
I
brand.
see, as in me and my company, we are still struggling. I've not sent an email out in almost a year, so I don't even give a fuck about what anybody's doing. But so like, it makes sense for her if she thinks that was the right thing to do. But I just think it makes sense for founders, builders to just step out and just see things
Yeah,
before taking actions.
but are you bringing it up in context of the To Kill a Monkey movie?
Yes, because like someone was attacking a critic in quotes. I don't want
Yeah,
to call them
I
a
think it was
critic,
one
but
Nigerian movie critic account or something, and they
yeah,
just
someone I
saying
also
like about
like someone
them.
I'm kind of close to in a way, like an acquaintance, was critiquing what they said, was saying like they should shut up and um it was funny. And they should go and
But
make their own
but
movie.
wait, I just want to say something.
Yeah.
Someone you're kind of close to as in an acquaintance, that doesn't make sense.
No,
Are
not I
you
did not say
close to this
close to.
person
I
or
did
are
not
they
say I did not say I did not say close to. I know them,
okay?
by the way. Like I know of them.
We
We're
all know of them.
cordial. We're cordial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're cordial with them.
Yeah, I'm just trying to also say I cannot talk so rashly about this person because like
Okay. You know what? I can talk enough. I
that's
when I
fine.
saw that tweet, I just laughed. I was just like, it was so funny because, and also it's also a thing that you don't know if they invested in that movie. That's one of the things I was.
Which was what I was thinking also because like I'm like, okay, let's assume you even invested. Like, don't you think the critics are actually going to help you sell your movie better? Because
No, but the problem is that the
because if
thing
it's all positive
between a,
reviews,
the difference between a product and a movie is that a product can be improved on. So for instance now, Childek now since they did that tweet, in fact I feel like slapping that babe for doing that tweet because I can unsubscribe from emails, I can't unsubscribe from SMS. I have Childek notifications muted. But Childek is now sending me SMS every day. I'm just like, what the hell? Who sent this babe
yeah,
message?
they're sending me SMS too
Like,
on
thank you. They're sending everybody SMS
in the
instantly.
UK.
So you see, it can be improved on. But the thing about movies is that the product is already out there. So if you are saying that, oh, this product was not good, they are going to make a loss. There's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's why if he invested, he was protecting his investment. Which one are you saying 4/10? 4/10 bow.
Okay, I think I get it. Makes sense.
But yeah, I just think that like, but me, I haven't seen the movie to be honest, and I've seen like multiple criticisms on it. In fact, some people that I realized that some people even like did not really say anything about it initially, but
Yeah.
say later and said, okay, now that everybody has had enough time to watch, can we agree that XYZ about this movie, blah blah blah? And I'm just thinking to
Like
myself,
me. Well, I was too fast actually. I think I was too fast.
yes, you were very fast. You kept on saying that if this is not one of our this thing, would we be saying this about this movie? You were very
Because I'm
fast.
just like you guys are all not cloud chasers. What's that?
Yeah. Anyway, for me,
Kissing
yeah.
ass. Like anytime Kemi does something, you guys because she has done
I,
some really good things,
yeah,
which
but the thing is
I
that
adore her
honestly,
for.
I think I
But like
lost
when
faith in. I didn't even know TKAM was a series, but you know how they tried to make the first movie that Shobawale acted. What's the name of that movie again? The
King
one
of
where
Boys
King of Boys. The original movie was fair, but then they made a series out of it, and I'm
was
just like,
beyond fair. Was beyond fair actually
yeah,
because
yeah, the original one
before it came in cinemas, that was like there were
movies
not a
that
lot of that quality and film standard.
challenging.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, but like post the series, I was just like, what the hell is this series? That series was horrible.
it was
The
not horrible. Calm
It
down.
was horrible. I swear it's because you that
No,
the problem is that
ah,
you at that time you were still under.
no, no, no. It was not horrible. No,
It
it
was
was not horrible.
horrible. I'm telling you, it
It
was
was
horrible.
not. It was not the best, but
You
horrible is a
guys,
stretch.
the best part of that series was the first episode. Let's say
No,
episode one and episode and half of episode two. You don't
no, I
understand.
don't agree.
No, no, Tolu is go and watch it again. I'm not even lying. Go and watch that thing again.
Wait, I'm talking about King of Boys, the series.
Yes, the series, not King of Boys the movie. King of Boys the movie was
No, no.
phenomenal.
Yeah, it was a letdown, but like I don't think it was horrible. I think horrible is not the right
It was
adjective to use.
horrible. Jesus Christ. You guys need to go and watch it again. That time I feel like I was losing my mind because I could not complain. But for me, I think that's why I've still not watched TKAM. I think that's where she lost me. Because I'm just like, the plot inconsistencies are just too much. You are jumping timelines too much. You are backtracking timelines too much. We're having like, why are we having Adesuwa and this other person? One person killed, one person. Like, to me, a lot is just going on that should not be going on. I'm just not, okay. I think it's in the original movie itself that Adesuwa was there, to be honest. But like, I'm just seeing that, like, there's a lot of inconsistencies happening in this movie. There's a lot of like, and for me, I'm not a huge movie watcher, everybody knows, but like I watch movies from like whenever I watch movies, what makes me enjoy movies is that I feel like the people who made this movie made it with the respect that their audience is intelligent. Like you are.
But it's not always the case though.
Yes, but that's why I don't like if a movie is calling me stupid, I have to leave it alone. If you're
No,
going
no,
to
no.
make it,
But like if it causes an emotion, it's
no,
fine. Like even if it like Indian movies are feel good movies. Like a lot of yeah, but like yeah, are you gonna call it horrible? Are you gonna call them horrible? Because
no,
it's
not
good
all
drama.
Indian movies are horrible. See, my point is that I'm not saying that you must have a deep theme, or you must spend money, or you must be big budget or something. At least let the story make sense. Somebody cannot be born in
Indian movies don't make
1999.
sense. Like the stories are just stupid. But
No, like
like it's
you don't
feel
understand.
good.
You what no, the stories are not stupid. What you are complaining about is, let's say you are saying that the biggest criticism for Indian movies, for instance, is their cinematography, right? Like they will go and do the face like zoom, zoom, zoom three times, all those things. That's what you're complaining about, not necessarily the plot, right? The plot might also not be that deep, or it is just like predictable or something like that. That's not even what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, it's not intellectually tasking, but like not everything in life has to be intellectually tasking, right? That's a different thing. I'm saying when a plot line is a direct insult at my intellect, when you're telling me that something like, don't you understand what I'm
It's
trying to
just
say?
killing me.
Somebody went, I've not watched that TKM movie, so I don't really want to criticize because I've not watched. But there's one of my guys on Snap, he was just snapping about the movie as he was watching it, and he was just like, why did somebody go to somewhere to present something with his laptop, but when he got there, he opened his bag and saw wood?
Yeah,
How
because they
the
stole. It
fuck?
was in Lagos, and they stole his laptop and put wood inside.
They did not show why that happened.
Yeah, but like anybody could have gotten that. Come on,
Nobody
like
could have that.
that was not even my fault with the movie. Like people
Okay,
were
what was your
mentioning a
fault?
lot of things.
Honestly, I've not watched the movie, but
My primary fault with the movie is that they gave her too much money for that movie, and she should have just made it a film, a 1 hour 30 minutes
yeah,
film.
I think that if you
Remove
my
a
point
lot of
is,
the rubbish that she was trying to
yes,
add.
yes, and that is the problem with King of Boys, the series. If King of Boys had
I
been a
agree.
cartoon, I
I agree.
promise you it would have been better. But like, because you're trying to make a series, you're not trying to like. I don't even understand.
Yeah.
The plot lines are becoming inconsistent. You are
Yeah.
drawing things out. You're doing so. I didn't even
Yeah, the
bother.
drawing things out was the most annoying bit of it. I feel like that story does not
Either you
deserve
flesh it
anything
out
more
like
than
a
two
proper
hours.
season movie, or you just
Yeah.
make a short movie. Like, what the hell are we doing?
Or spend one episode to develop one character.
That's what I'm saying. So that's you make it like a proper season movie. You can't be
Yeah.
trying to like if you are going
So we
to
get context to their past, we get context to how why they're acting like this.
thank you, Tolu. You're now getting me. Like the plot has to make sense. Once the plot is not making sense, I just feel like you're insulting me. I
Yeah.
think that's
I
the
think she
most
should just
horrible.
go back to films, like movies rather. I think she's afraid of getting Oscars, of winning an Oscar. Do you think a Nigerian movie can win an Oscars or an
You think
Emmy?
she's afraid of winning an Oscar?
Yeah, we should stick
You
to
remember that time
AMVC.
that
We should stick to AMVC.
people said that Lion Queen. I mean, what's the name of that movie that Genevieve made?
Uh,
Lionheart. That they
Lionheart.
have nominated it on that why they nominating it as an international movie that is written in English. So I'm just like Nigerians. I love you guys because sometimes it's good to be
They are
audacious,
delusional.
audacious. But Lionheart as a movie, a rubbish movie.
Again, it's not rubbish.
It is a rubbish movie. So let me tell you
Again,
guys,
it's not
the problem is
rubbish.
that you guys at the point when you were watching these movies, you were just like happy that Nollywood was bringing out this.
Of course, now, but like it's the same way you're going to watch. It's the same way you're going to watch Sex and the City. It's not going to
No,
have the
when
same
I watch Sex and the
cinematic
City now, I'm like, quality media.
nostalgia.
No, it's not
No, no, no.
nostalgia.
It's called quality media in what way? Quality.
I never
Is it
watched Sex and the City when I
cinematography? Is
was
it the?
young
Is
because I
it?
thought it was about sex. So I was just like, this is
It's
too
about
long.
sex. They were having sex on the show.
Okay, fair enough, actually. But because I'm now older, I'm not that sensitive to it. But I never, like, I didn't even watch one period of it. I was so
Yeah,
scared. I thought
same.
it's
I
like
think
a,
most people actually, not everybody, most people.
yeah, I thought it's like soft porn or something.
If
So
you
I
had
didn't bother
strict
watching it. So
parents, definitely not.
exactly.
If you have sex in the title of the movie, definitely you're not watching it.
Exactly. So I didn't even know that. So I didn't. So I didn't. It's not nostalgia that is making me watch Sex and the City. Is that I'm actually watching. I'm actually watching it, right? And when I'm watching it, I'm like, yeah, this makes a lot. I was not born in 2004, whatever year that thing is. So I don't even have like any cultural context or cues or whatever. I don't relate to their life, but the quality of what they are doing even applies today. It's about dating as young women, and it still
Yeah.
applies. It's the same set of things that we're still talking about and going back and forth about and everything.
Yeah,
But
this
most
the
importantly,
okay.
the
I'm
plot
talking of the
consistency. Do you see how
okay.
people criticize GOT season 7? Because it's like you've built a character with certain type of things like personality and all of that. All of a sudden they just start acting out. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It does not make sense. You will have to be able. So I don't know if it's script writers. Who are the
But that
script
did
writers?
happen in Lionheart though.
No, Lionheart is a very watered. There's nothing like the problem with Lionheart is that it's not great because it's like watching an Indian movie. That's just why. Like it's a very watery movie with just a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you should not tweet anything about anybody's movie because the way you're just very, very hypercritical, people are going to come for you and shoot you
Yeah, no,
down.
that's why I don't tweet about movies, and that's why I always say it. I don't watch movies like that. Really, Nigerian
Okay.
movies.
But what do you think of have you watched the Zikoko
Oh, I've
My
been
Body's
saying
a
that. I've been
Temple?
meaning to watch that, but I haven't. But I've heard that they are really good.
It's really good and it did not take much of a time. I think one is
I
20
would.
minutes, one is 30 minutes, so you'll be
Okay.
fine.
I would.
Yeah,
I would.
I've
I would.
watched all of them and all of them are all nice. They're really nice.
Okay.
There's
What
the
about
one about Sorry, there was the one about obviously the newly wedded couple that's trying having difficulty having sex. There's the one about the
so why were they having
northern.
difficulty having sex as a new couple?
They were waiting to marriage, so
Okay,
the
were they
I think so, but they didn't portray it as religious in the
okay?
movie.
Let me say something. So let's just put a pin on that. I want to say something.
Okay.
So I was moving around. I was browsing Twitter the other day, and I saw a tweet that reminded me of something that someone had told me. Someone that was kind of like pursuing me, and he had told me.
In
Funny
your
enough,
dreams,
person.
was the person chasing your dreams?
Anyway, he told me something that was so funny. So he's a very religious person. He's a Christian, very religious. And he told me about like how he likes long distance relationships because it means that
Fox will not be involved.
sex is much more less. And that because he doesn't have to deal with the guilt after sex. I'm like, guilt after sex? What do you mean you get guilty after having sex? And the problem is that so in my mind I'm just thinking about it in context of like, do you think that those kind of things, like if he then gets married, suddenly he will not be feeling guilty anytime he has sex or something, or his mind's already conditioned to see sex as this very huge grave sin that just like no matter what he's going to always like it's going to take a while or therapy or whatever to get over that. What do you think?
I don't think so much about what you just said because that's someone's life, and And that's their fucking business if they want to be guilty because um they're hiding under the guise that their dick is small or they don't have
Jesus.
um str- strong trusts, and so they are going to say that sex is not something they enjoy or sex is something that gives them guilt. Yeah, I think a lot of people do that actually. We're talking about it on the group that if I was impotent, the best place I would find myself is in that kind of community where you can actually hide it till you get married. Because if you are in like Emanuela's community, for instance, where you are likely to like get it like before second dates, you will be casted and you
Sorry,
will
get what by the second date?
have sex now.
In which Emanuela's community?
Not you directly, but like people that you know.
Okay, because I criticize people having sex with men, especially.
Really? I have a tweet that you. Okay, never mind. But let's talk about something more
Okay,
exciting.
Twitter was what?
Never mind,
Yeah.
never mind, never mind. Let's talk about something very, very exciting.
Okay.
YC dropped something today, and I was going through it quite briefly.
Mm-hmm.
First, are you a YC fan?
Yeah, I'll say it has reduced. There was a time I was a solid YC fangirl.
Okay, what changed? Is it because they're now doing four
I
cohorts
don't
in a
know.
year?
I think because I no longer aspire to go to YC,
Oh, I see.
kind of
You
like
just want to make money.
yeah, I kind of reduced my obsession
Oh,
with them.
is it because you're like a Texas girl now? So like
I mean, tech
yeah,
what?
like Texas girl.
No, honestly, Texas is still better. YC is still better than Texas.
Okay, never mind. But yeah, they dropped their request for startups for fall 2025. What it
Mm-hmm.
was sharing with me the other was it yesterday? I can't remember,
Mm-hmm.
but I found it very interesting what they are hoping folks should build for them to fund.
Mm-hmm.
So they talked about first item on the list is retraining workers for the AI economy.
Mm-hmm.
Second item on the list is video generation as a primitive. So things that to help with video generation, AI native successors to the likes of
Sorry,
YouTube
things
of TikTok.
to help with what generation?
Video,
Okay.
yeah, like AI native successors to the likes of TikTok. So
Okay.
that's what I can trying to look for. The first 10-person $100 billion company. This is
Mm.
massive,
Mm-hmm.
which is like obviously utilizing agent and the likes of them
Mm-hmm.
for yeah, exactly.
I'm looking at the
Um
list as well.
okay, yeah. So next is
For
infrastructure for
multi-agents.
multi-agent systems. Yeah. So for the likes of clouds people that are building agents that will handle tasks, what infrastructures would work in that future where agents become like commonplace. And then AI native enterprise software,
Okay. For
which again I think has become like people are saying you we won't need this because like everybody will be able to build their bespoke need. So like you won't need an intercom because you can just use cloud to build the kind of intercom you need.
yeah, I
Which
think also it's very, very quite interesting because like everybody talks about like SaaS is B2B SaaS was one of the first things that everybody was so sure AI was going to disrupt. Like was going to like the companies that were doing B2B SaaS, like they are ruined because any young boy can just start those companies and stuff like that. And I think that what is lost there is that people are underestimating how much sales you have to do in B2B. It's not just about building a product. It's like, can you fucking sell that product to people?
yeah.
So, and then also all of the data that has already
But when
been,
you don't need to sell and call, like when it's for your business, it's for yourself. You understand your business better than ServiceNow or Salesforce or
mm,
Slack,
mm.
right? So
And so you're still
what if
talking
you
like the idea of people building their own now.
Yeah, but like you don't need to
Yeah,
sell in
me
this
too. I
case.
was such a. In fact, for me, I think from the beginning, I was just like app use for app use for like AI apps. I just use this. Like, why the hell is anybody building AI apps? Because people are going to be able to build them it themselves. And I think that for me, that's one of the early things that I or early ideas that I had, or like notions that I had. And I think it was Farouk that made me see that like people are lazier than you think. People are just not going to want to build those things by themselves, but also people
Yeah,
are also not going to.
but the net benefit is massive if you build it
Yes,
yourself.
but I think what it can look like is instead of saying that everybody can build their own intercom, or you should build intercom for like you should build AI native intercom, is like build the platform for which people can build their own intercom, right? So like instead of building out the intercom AI strictly AI native, it's
Mm-hmm.
like if my mother was running a business and she wanted to build her intercom, what what platform would she use to be able to build it out? Because at the end of the day, everybody can build out, can like prompt chat GPT to do whatever, right? But and even just like more and more as you're getting more and more as things like Replit and stuff like that that is helping people build out agents. The main thing is that people don't know how to host, store data, like stuff like that, like improve version 1 to version 2, those sort of things, roll back on features because they don't give you what you want. So stuff like that, being able to store progress. So I think that saying that I have designed the platform for which everybody can now build their own intercom, but like you don't need to be technically sophisticated. All of your data, all of your whatever, blah blah. We like it's just like a full encompassing for being able to build out your own intercom. I think that's where some of the value is in. Like, okay, you are an event planner. You don't need to go and you don't need to go to Tix, right? Except you want you can just build out your own
Yeah, of course.
event, your own ticketing platform and whatever, whatever. But like, it's just not about prompting AI agents. It's like the entire process of managing how you want your ticketing platform to be. But like, we now give you the platform so that you can just prompt, you build, you plug in, you plug here, you plug there, and then you're now hosting. So it's like kind of like Shopify type of thing, but like you're now hosting with like everything is just AI. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I get you. Um, Makes sense actually. Yeah, makes sense to an extent. But yeah, last on the list was using LLMs instead of government consulting. I even just think instead of consulting as a whole will be something that's like people should build for heavily. I
So
don't
what's government
exactly agree.
what's government consulting?
So, based off this write up, they say the US government spends over $100 billion a year on consulting. So, different levels. So, from defense to health, there are certain projects that the government wants to embark on. Even with our tax thing in Nigeria, before
Mm.
Tinubu came, there's been a lot of PWC, federal government, FIRS kind of
Look, are they saying is it
pally.
PwC that the consultants that LLM should disrupt?
Yeah, 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 exactly.
All right, to be hard, Sha. Will it be hard? I don't really know.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of it that can be disrupted for sure.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure that PwC and people that work in PwC are probably using all of these LLMs already.
Yeah,
I think
but like yeah, go ahead.
people who consult like some of these guys, they want to outsource their thinking.
The
It's not like if you are
responsibility. It's not even the thinking. The
yes,
responsibility
the
of that decision.
responsibility. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. That's it. So like they want it to be that it is these people that told me to do XYZ. That's why we did XYZ.
exactly. Especially when you're in government. So like, especially when you're in government, you want to outsource the responsibility of a failure. So if Big Brother says Deloitte confirmed that the votes that you guys did is made this person the winner,
Mm,
and somebody comes tomorrow and say, "Oh, I think that's false because X, Y, Z." Multi-choice does not want to be at fault for anything, so
yeah.
they would rather say Deloitte, go and hold the one that told us that it was correct. So
Yeah,
that responsibility of that decision is, I think, what makes some of these big
guys.
four consulting firms very pricey. But yeah, but in terms of just thinking, I think LLMs can definitely replace that.
Yeah, definitely. I think even me, I've been using ChatGPT. I've been using ChatGPT so much these past few days in terms of like strategic thinking. I think one of the things that I'm a very good hindsight thinker, and I need to be a foresight thinker. So, like I guess everybody's kind of like in that way, but like anytime, like every day when I lay down on my bed, I try to like recalibrate my day and figure out that shit, I shouldn't have done this, or I should have done this other way. But point is that you've already done it, right? There are certain situations, even like business wise, I'm like, if I had just done this simple thing, like I should have done like this thing that I ended up doing like 3 months later, I should have done it 1 month later, and this partner would have been pleased. They would never have pulled out, blah 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 blah. But I did it 3 months later when it was the wrong time to do it and with the wrong person or stuff like that. So I think that I've been using what they call it ChatGPT these days, to do a lot of like code thinking, which is like, okay, let's think about like all of the possible things that could come off, all of the possible solutions, and then all of the like the second order effects of like these actions, and the third order effects. Okay, what if we do it this way? What if like the pros and cons and stuff like that? So just like co-strategizing, which is kind of like very important for. So yeah, I solidly like deeply agree with you, but I just don't think that the big four is going away anytime soon, because it's like people need somebody that they can pin their actions on, and they need it to be a human being. You can't come and be saying, it's the LLM that told me. They need it to be somebody that can bear
Yeah.
responsibility
Mm-hmm.
for it.
Fair. But talking about going away anytime soon, Figma is
IPO.
public,
Yes, 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 yes,
and
yes.
I can't imagine what the intended acquirer would be feeling like at this point.
Yeah, but
Because,
I'm sure they wanted to acquire Figma.
yeah, of
It's
course.
really just the government that did not allow that deal go through.
Yeah,
But
of
I wonder
course.
what Figma feels like, right? Which is like 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, they were willing to sell, but now they just like have a fucking IPO that I
Yeah.
heard is doing well. I think the price around $67 at that.
Now, I bought
Yeah,
at 33
yeah,
today.
I think it
I
is.
went in at 33 with $100.
Yeah, I think it's about 67 now.
No, it's
But
not.
what platform did you use to buy?
Trading 212.
Yeah, do you know that a lot of platforms are not allowing people buy? Anyway, it's not so easy.
I bought
Yeah.
100. I did not buy much. I just wanted to just enter.
I see.
I mean,
Mm,
it has not booked it. Oh, it has booked it. It's down. Oh.
okay, because I'm
It's
seeing
not.
that some people, there's one tweet I saw of somebody who wanted to buy
Oh, it's on
plenty.
107. I came in at 33.
And
It's
it's
on
on
107.
107 now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
117.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
What the
That's
hell?
crazy.
What's the ticker?
It's just first day now to pump.
FIG. No, no, I'm asking for the ticker
Oh,
sign.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, FIG.
It's FIG.
I've been
FIG.
looking at something else, sorry.
Do
FIG,
you
yeah.
know somebody said that? Somebody, okay. This guy also said he got. Somebody said that everybody and their one share that they bought of FIG. I wonder if all these Nigerian platforms, because Nigerian platforms take such a long time to
Yeah,
list.
but Bamboo got it early now.
Eh,
But they got it not pre-IPO, of course.
yeah. But why can't we get pre-IPO? I beg.
I don't know. I don't know, to be
Yeah, I don't even
honest.
have money to buy sell, to be honest. So I can only look from the sidelines. But yeah, congratulations to Figma and congratulations to all of you guys that
Yeah.
are about to get wealthy.
Mm, I don't think of wealth like that.
Yeah, a broadcast now.
I swear. If I had plenty money, I would have put money inside because I knew it was going to do well.
Yeah,
Even if I would
definitely.
just remove it like maybe 5 days after.
5 days after. I should have
Yeah.
like trading, like doing that type of marginal trade. Maybe I
Yeah.
should.
Sometimes you're very sure
Yeah, because I
because
was pretty sure that it would do well.
yeah, but sometimes you're not sure. You're also looking at people talking about it, watching Twitter people like NGX. A lot of NGX, I don't understand shit, but I just listen to, or I just watch, listen to, read people's tweets about like stocks and what they think about it. And again, like it's not plenty money I can lose. I will cry over. So I'll just invest. Like when I invested today because someone was tweeting about it. Okomo oil. I invested like last 2 or 3 months because someone
Yes.
was
Okay.
no yes okay. I just
But
started
not that,
NGX this
but I
year.
don't think that I would. Anyway, yeah, you can get really good upside in the NG extra.
It's been well. It's been doing so well. I did CWG and I got like X my
Yeah, I
investment and
know. It's
I
good
just
too. I
got an
want our.
I got 2X also
I
in
want our.
MTN.
I want our. This thing, our capital market expand. Um, what they call their name? Carrywise has
Yeah,
introduced.
they just launched too as well.
Yeah, they just launched them stock trading. Let's discuss about Carrywise versus um Piggyverse versus
Bamboo.
Riseverse,
Oh,
right?
okay. What? Okay. What's the context?
Yeah, my context is how like these three people started out with basically the same thing, which is give us your money, we put it in shit.
Mm-hmm.
But they've all grown in different directions.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that at some point, Piggyverse did try to do dollar savings, but they've cut that off completely. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know why, but they've removed that. I don't know if they brought it back, but I know there was a time they
Revolution.
removed it. Sha. Then you have like the likes of Riseverse is now introducing like dollar cards. They are not doing naira savings, but they have a naira wallet, which if you leave money there, it's kind of like compounds.
Yeah.
I know that they have like other as a company they have other they bought like Chaka and Hisa, which is supposed to like be the equivalent of like bamboo type thing, but the Riseverse core product itself is now beyond like give us money, we invest for you, to like being like a dollar product where you can even have a dollar card to buy stuff. And then there's now
There's a remittance app also that Bamboo launched as well.
yeah,
The
what's it
coins
called
or something or
again?
Nissan
Coin,
something like that.
yeah, I think it was coins first, then they changed to Misan. You know that Bamboo also has a lending product, right? It's called Carrot.
Oh really?
Yeah, they launched that one years ago. I don't know how that's doing.
Oh, I never knew. I never knew.
They do have something. So, but like you kind of borrow against your investments or stuff like that.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. So and then you have what they call it. Obviously Piggyverse has other products, but I'm just trying to keep to the core like products that they are offering. And then Carrywise went a different direction, which is like okay, beyond savings, they're adding like more investments, but they were still doing like a lot of like mutual funds versus direct
Yeah.
choices. But now they've gone to the point where they're now adding direct choices. So it's like, okay, yeah, you can give us money to manage for you, or you can give this mutual fund to invest, or you can just like buy stocks by yourself. So like I think so what do you think about like the evolution of products like in that way?
Yeah. I think that's how products should evolve. I
Yeah, me
think
too.
people should go from a core to expanding the taste based off also the trust level that, especially with financial products, the trust level that customers give to the brand. You
Yeah,
want
and
to
also
also
the
be
brand itself,
expanding.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's why like I think that people overprice their idea. Like they just think that oh their idea is so unique, blah blah blah, like in the beginning, but they can't realize that whatever idea that they have is still in the preliminary stages. You can literally start off doing the same thing that somebody else is doing, but like you wait to evolve over time because of what your customer is asking for, and also what your own personal insights are, because all of these guys they have like insights that are giving them convictions to go in different directions, right? So because of all of that, they are doing things differently, and the products are kind of like now clearly differentiating and differentiating. over time. But especially for like carry wise and piggy vest in the beginning, it was literally just either use carry wise or use piggy vest. All they could compete on was like maybe UX or pricing or like stuff like that. But now it's just like the beyond the core product of savings, which they are doing like quite differently. Like they have different savings products. The product itself is now kind of like evolving and everything. Yeah.
Gotcha.
What else did you have for us to discuss about today?
Pretty much that actually. Okay, I was talking about Yemoli's runs actually when so it came on the
Okay.
group as well. So and I kind of also did not think that they had separated because it like there was no indication of such prior.
Who is that? Who are these people? I know Yemuli.
Okay, sorry. I thought you're very conversant with the social media world.
You
But
know that I follow this.
what happened is Stella, something that's blogger, she dropped a what Tech Cabal will call a scoop and told everybody that Yemuli is probably going through a separation period with his wife because of a couple snaps he sent, which based off information we know now, are just was just him ranting about the To Kill a Monkey movie, and he was talking about the fact that everybody should focus on themselves. Or like women are going to disappoint you, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I like seeing those type of tweets from men. They're so funny.
Which was interestingly funny, which was funny, and it flew all through yesterday. People were saying, "Oh, like, that's so sad," blah 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 blah. And also coincidentally, Miamuli has also removed most of the pictures on his page, same with
Yeah, I
his
saw that
wife.
I saw somebody saying that he has removed and his wife has removed.
Yeah, which again I think they had removed prior to all of that happening, but like it was
Mhm.
just like obviously coincident. Like people will paint stories the way they want it to be
Yeah,
told.
but like, why did they remove it?
It's been removed before. Like what happened that day has had zero business with what happened. What like with the
Yes, but
removal.
still removing the pictures of your
People
spouse.
remove pictures other every
To
other.
be fair, yes, people like me now. Sometimes I just archive shit.
Yeah, people remove pictures every other day. Like it's not a
So are you
reflection
saying
of
that
whatever
there's
is happening.
nothing wrong with him and his wife?
Yeah, apparently he has come to debunk whatever the blogger was saying, and he was insulting people on Twitter and saying people on Twitter will carry any story. But that's their own conversation and that's their own business, which is fine by them. But my own conversation that I want us to have is: do you think that people are deeply obsessed with longevity of like a relationship and a marriage? That's especially in this part of the world, Africa, that they're going to over optimize for a longer marriage, a longer relationship that is not interesting and nice over um an albeit short one, but like it's also like the best time of your life.
Don't be putting me on the spot like this, but I have some thoughts, right? And I even want to question you. My thing is that, like, I hear you. Like, if we are talking about a relationship, yeah, you can be saying, okay, this is good for now. I'm having a good time. Like, why take this away because of some idea of like length? But if we're talking about like a marriage, should people not optimize for having like a long marriage? Like, ideally, nobody wants to go through like is like a marriage breaking up is not easy. It's like this person is someone that you've put like they know you in and out. You've
Yeah,
put a lot of trust in them. You guys have lived together. You've seen all of like your ugly parts,
yeah,
and you are also like now deeply entrenched to the
yeah.
state. So
Mm-hmm.
like when you break up, it's not just saying that okay, we'll move out of my house or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. It's not a simple breakup. Is that there is also legal implications, documents, separation of properties, all of that has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So my point is
And it's
that it's
just
not
easier to stay
it's just
married
easier to stay, yeah. So like should people not optimize for
for
staying long?
ease
Yeah. People should optimize for
over.
staying longer.
So people should optimize for ease over like love and living your
I'm saying that
life.
people should marry for love, but at the same time, marry somebody that
Yeah, but
yeah,
like people,
you
like
with
things
them.
happen now. Like people that divorce
So
were
wait.
once
What's your
lovers. Don't you think
question?
so?
Is your question that people should not divorce or people should not in the selection process
No, no, no,
optimize for length?
no, no, no. That's not what I'm saying. Not in the selection process. Like while married, you
Mm,
discover that this marriage is, and I don't have a opinion per se because
yeah.
I kind of tilt on both ends. I'm not sure. So that is a conversation I also want us to have.
Okay.
So, like while you're in it,
Mm,
you definitely loved in quotes this person at some
mm,
point,
mm,
and you wanted a life with them. Also
mm-hmm,
in past tense because that has changed now,
mm-hmm,
and but you have been in this marriage for 5, 10 years,
mm-hmm,
and a lot of people, a lot of my aunties, my uncles are in these kind of situations, like I'm mentioning. Like you've had
mm,
kids, you've built houses, but like you are having the worst time of your life in this marriage. Like
mm-hmm,
you would be 10x better if you step out of this marriage right now. But
mm-hmm.
because of every of these things, like you've mentioned, you stay in it because it's easier to stay in it, and also the cultural implication of a longer marriage makes sense. So when
Like
a
say people
younger
have married for
couple,
20 years.
exactly, especially in churches, when they marry, like when we're doing marriage counseling, a lot of people they'll be bragging. That's the catch line. I've been married for 20 years. I've been married for 30 years. But if you remove the cover of that age umbrella that you're using, like what is inside is just rubbish, and like you're having the worst time of your life. Should we as a society not optimize for people living their best lives even while they've been married for 10 years? And we call that a very good happy marriage, but end it at that point where it is good and it's no longer, it stopped being good rather, and it's no longer good, and then move on to something exciting that would also, again, or could it be like an endless chase for like feel good, like a feel good state where like you're always chasing to feel this very highly romantic phase, which is also a myth, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think that for me it's just that like with I think that in a marriage, right, there are issues that are resolvable and there are issues that are not. If an issue is resolvable, it should be resolved instead of just being like, okay, whatever, this marriage has the honeymoon phase has expired, like I'm not feeling good anymore, let me bounce. Also, I think that like from watching couples therapy because I consumed like 3 seasons of couples therapy in like a marathon. I think that a lot of couples that stay together are couples that are choosing to stay together. And I don't mean in choosing to stay together in misery. I mean like they're like, if we don't fix our shit, we're going to be miserable or we're going to break up. Like those are the only two options. So we have to fix our shit, right? So that we can be happy and together. So I think that if you if you're married to somebody who has that kind of mindset and you have that kind of mindset and whatever issue it is fundamentally fixable, then it is great to consider fixing it instead of just jumping to like this in divorce. I also think that honestly, I think that when you are married, like there's something my mom used to tell me so much. There was one time I remember one day I was just my mom because I used to listen to radio a lot when I was like in my teen years. So there was this couple that called with, or this guy that called with his dilemma or something, his dilemma. So I was telling my mom about it like later that night, how the man said that like he hates his wife, blah 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 blah. Like he just basically complained about her, but he said the wife was pregnant and he hasn't loved his wife for like years now. So I was telling my mom like I don't understand. Like what do you mean you don't love your wife but she's pregnant? Like what do you mean?
There are
So
different parts of the
my mom
body
was
now.
not like
Like the dick and the heart are two different.
my mom was like, please, you don't understand married people. Like, obviously, there are things she could not say or tell me, which I understand now. But she's just like, that's not how it works at all. And that like there are highs and there are lows, just because like this is somebody that at the end of the day you are living with them. That person is probably your number one confidant. Like you're telling them the most things about you, like the most things, like they probably know you very, very deeply, right? And you know them very deeply as well. It's not easy to actually walk away from that. Like even in the fighting phases or something, except when it gets really terrible, that person is probably still your number one confidant or something like that. You're still the person that you turn to the most or whatever till it becomes very terrible. So I don't think that decision of like, oh well, like we're sad here, let's just walk away. I just don't think it's that simple. I think it's a little bit complicated, but I also like I'll always vote for like if it's something that can be worked on, it should be worked on. Rather than just like going through the long, tedious route of a divorce. But definitely, I think if you get to a point where you're deeply sad, and you're deeply miserable, if you have to walk away, you should walk away. But I also want to piggyback on what you said in terms of like the how realistic is it for like the romantic phase to last for a very long time. So something that I've been thinking about in myself and in my relationships is that I think that I've had relationships where the romance lasted a really long time, and those relationships I stayed in them even when I was not that deeply invested. So, but just because like the dopamine from like the romance, I was constantly getting it and all of that, I could stay. I like it did not matter that I was not that deeply invested in the person anymore, whatever. It was just that that's is it I don't know, I don't say oxytocin because if it's oxytocin you're supposed to feel love, right? But like it's like yeah, there's this moments of momentary love. I'm still getting all of that. It's like it's almost like we just met each other like a week ago, and it's been more than a year, but I still feel that way. Those relationships I stayed longer than relationships where I can literally feel the romance dwindling. And once the romance is dwindling, it means that like the emotional connection is also like we're growing apart that way. And so I find myself like struggling, like sort of like fighting for us to get back to that place where that romance is still strong. And after a while, if that's not able to happen, it's like I just pull away. So like I'm ready to walk out. Like I'm
Yeah.
already outside. So, and I've been asking myself that maybe stable relationships are such that definitely after a while, the romance must dwindle. Like, there's just gets to a point where it's no longer honeymoon. It's no longer like there's no butterflies to feel. There's no dopamine to hit. This is just stability now. And you kind of like have to rest in that stability rather than chasing like something new.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that makes sense actually. Like because I think folks need to understand that yeah, if you want to do this for the long term, you also need to understand that it comes with several lows and also several highs if you're lucky.
And a little bit of boredom.
Yeah, boredom. Yeah, of course. Because I was having a conversation, we're having the back and forth on the group a couple of days ago, and I'm like, yeah, like I think it worked that way because like for our parents and those aunties, like I mentioned, some of our parents, yeah, like they will stay in all these very long, tasteless relationships, and now we are so consumed by a bit of consumerism, the fact that we can get something else outside the window.
Yeah. Like we're
Um,
such a dopamine generation, oh, such
exactly, like you
a
mentioned.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're such a options. There's so many options
yeah,
generation.
and it's an illusion because people that are outside, like, well, again, you can also argue for and against, but like a lot of
Please don't
people
insult
out.
me for we also the same people that are outside. Don't insult me.
No, 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 not even you. You're sports with options. You're not even in the category of
No,
people
no,
I'm
no. I
talking
just
of.
wanted to say that like there's nothing on the streets, and I'm just
Yeah,
like
that's
I'm
what I was gonna
here.
say. But yeah, you're sports for options.
No, it's not about
Choice
sports for
is
options. I am an
choice is not your
option.
problem.
There's something on the street, and that's me.
Again, we're talking about the same thing.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, I just think like we're so we're chasing a lot of highs, which again can be fallacious because like it's never always the case. But that's that on that actually. I think I'm done yarning for today. What are your recommendations for the week?
I have no recommendations. What are your recommendations for the week?
I think everyone under the sun
Sorry,
should
before
listen
we
to.
wait, sorry, before you're done yarning, just to like wrap up with the topic that you wanted to say, because like it's something that I've thought about recently. I want to say that like, do you think that when you are bored in a marriage, you should look for other sources of like other things that spark you, like other sources of dopamine. So like, and I'm talking about dopamine a lot because I feel like the quickness to leave a relationship and the boredom that people are feeling all the time is literally just comes from like being bored in their relationships. So like your relationship becomes stable, it's no longer like that giving you that high that you felt initially. So people are like, oh, there's something wrong. Meanwhile, there's nothing wrong. It's just that you guys are stable.
Yeah,
So I'm
exactly.
like, do you
Exactly
think
what could have happened with Yamoli. So probably when he was like freshly wedded, he was always posting and always going out. But now, like it's been a year, I think. I don't know. I'm not sure. But like they are just living their lives now. This is their life now. They have a child. Like it's not going to be glitz and glamour anymore. They're just living their. It's just a normal life now. So the party period has been exhausted. But again, back to your question, should people chase
yeah, so and
excitements when?
yeah, out like should they, because obviously you can't get it inside your
Yeah,
like you're not getting into your relationship right now. It's not like it can't come back at any point, but like right now that's not what's happening. Do you
yeah,
think that people should chase it like outside, and outside it can be like okay, you pick up like a new hobby that is actually like really,
yeah. It could be another person actually.
yeah, or it can be like another person or something like that, and yeah, so I was just like, what do folks think about like using another person or another this thing as a source of excitement in your life so that you can
Yeah, or you could
be
start a startup,
stable in your marriage? Yeah, like yeah,
or you could start a
somebody
business.
maybe
Yeah,
startup is extreme, yeah, extreme. That's extreme sport. I will not advise anybody, but like yeah.
yeah,
But even if so, even at that, like let's assume that okay, we're saying yes, you can use other things or other people. How if you're using other things, like how do you ensure that that other thing, like that
yeah,
new hobby, is not distracting you from just like making sure that you're also investing in your own
yeah,
relationship and marriage?
yeah,
And when it's not, and when it's like other people, how do you like coordinate yourself so that you know that like yeah, like what I feel here is something I felt before with my person, so it will probably fade again even with this new person. There's no need for me to now jump and leave my existing relationship into this new person because of like I'm feeling overexcited right now. But also, how ethical is it to that person, knowing that you're just like using them to like for what they call it, for adrenaline, or I don't know, whatever that hormones. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't have the answer to be quite honest, because again, I'm a learner in all of this whole P.
Mm.
But I think people should definitely seek excitement with caution. And the reason I say that, also like you want to do that together with whoever it is that you're with.
Mm-hmm.
So I was talking to my co-founders recently that we've been doing this stuff for a couple years now, about 4 years or going to be 4 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I've not been at a company or any. I've not done anything for 4 years in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point, I am going to. I like what we do. I like the team. I like whatever it is. We're not making as much money as I would have loved, but like I like what it is that we have built.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think I'm at the point where this does not satisfy me as much as I would want to be satisfied. And
Mm-hmm.
so I need to seek satisfaction from other things, from other projects. And we had that conversation. And I think what I was driving to. Like, you want to, if you, when in a romantic context, you
Mm-hmm.
want to have, and yeah, you want to have that conversation with your partner and make them understand that you taking these side quests, as it were, is a is an attempt to actually like bring back again the spark, which again I don't know if it's something that you should be chasing continually. But like
Yeah, that
if that
continuous
helps you,
chase. I don't know how we would deal with it because I'm not sure our parents had this issue of continuous that this
yeah, because I
continuous
think
chase.
it will exhaust you. You can't always get a high because your
Yeah.
current high will become a low tomorrow, and then you have to chase new highs, and it becomes like a cycle that you can't satisfy. But you want to have that conversation. That's my take actually, and also like do that with caution.
Yeah, I
And
definitely
understand
agree with
understand
you. Like doing it with caution. Yeah.
understand the goal to which we are also making that side quest. That
Yeah.
the goal is not to disembark, because again that can be the goal. The goal can be like, actually let me see what's out there for me
Hmm.
that will make this
That's a
invalid.
non-committal person.
Exactly. So you could have that at the back of your mind when you're stepping out. So you want to also do that with deep thoughts, to understand that I'm doing this to increase the desire I have for my partner, to increase the spark I have for my partner, if that's what's lacking. That's what I think. I'm not a fan of extras, because like I just think it brings a lot of complications
Mm-hmm.
with people. So if you
Yeah,
can
that's what I'm
achieve
saying. Like, it
that,
doesn't have to be people. It can
yeah,
be
if you can
like,
achieve that without human beings,
yeah,
I
it
think
can
that'll
be
be
like you start
fantastic.
like a band, you and your friends. It can be like
Yeah,
third party. It can be like
yeah,
just something you start a man cave or something. You start gaming. Like, can just be just something that just fuels that
yeah,
part.
exactly. So that's my take on it actually.
Mm.
But yeah, my recommendations for the week. First on the list is an amazing song by one of Nigerian's finest Afro chill singer, songwriter, and producer. He's married to one of the finest girls out of Africa, one of the sexiest actors and models that we've had in our time. Also, the child of a billionaire. He's none other than Mr. Tosin Ajibade, popularly known as Mr. Easy. He
Mm-hmm.
sang Corny and is one of the best songs I've listened to in the last 30 days. He's quite an amazing singer, and everyone should listen to him. Second on my recommendation is Acquired episode on Google. I think that's maybe one of the best episodes they've done, and it's really good. You should listen to it. It's just good. It talks about the founding history of Google, team formation, fundraising, and how deeply connected the American technology space is, especially Silicon Valley. And I think it makes sense why Silicon Valley has produced so much success from back in the day, even up to now. It just the sheer amount of connection and connectedness that exists in that single place. Not the most interesting finance place in the world, but like it's just a deposit of
Okay.
knowledge, like like a crazy amount of knowledge residing in one place, crazy amount of money as well residing in one place. So yeah, those are my two recommendations. I would have said a third recommendation would be Femi Adela's new book, but he does not have it priced in naira, which I think is disrespectful.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
he has
so
released
fuck
the
him.
book.
Yeah, pre-order.
Oh, okay. Because I know people were arguing that day about like whether you should listen to a Nepo baby on becoming rich
Yeah.
or something.
The people that were arguing his target audience, the people that are arguing are going to buy his book in traffic. So don't worry about it. He's not going to worry about them. Yeah. And he was tweeting the other day that there's only one valid way to buy my book, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, people you're tweeting to are not going to buy it with your website. They're going to buy it in traffic. Don't worry.
Oh
You're
my
selling book for
god.
20 something dollars. They're going to buy it for 5K in Lagos traffic. Don't worry yourself.
I'm telling you. But Oteola is the kind of guy that if he catch anybody in traffic
I
selling his
swear.
book,
He's going to make them go to jail. Have you listened to that episode of Scamfluencers that invited two Canadian girls to Nigeria and arrested them because they wrote Two
Huh?
bloggers. They wrote a piece about him, and he
What'd you say?
disguised. Did you listen to that episode of Scamfluencers?
Mm-mm.
Atela invited these two Canadian girls that wrote a piece about him. He disguised and invited them to Nigeria and arrested them and seized their passports.
But wait, that's wrong. Like, why is he
Of
seizing
course, it's
anybody's
wrong. Of course, it's wrong. But he's a fucking rich guy, and he's in
yeah,
Nigeria where you can
yeah,
get things done if you're
done,
rich.
yeah.
Yeah, of course, it's wrong. Like, who says it's not wrong? But nobody's going to touch him. Yeah,
Honestly, like
yeah.
that guy is crazy.
Otila is that guy. He's a crazy
Yeah.
guy.
Okay, what are my own recommendations for the week? People should drink water, a lot of water. Yeah, that's my strongest recommendation. I have not been drinking a lot of water, so I'll be taking this recommendation as well.
Mm-hmm.
Drink water. Also, the second thing I want to advise people or
And take
recommend,
magnesium.
yeah, what's the thing with magnesium? Everybody who has such a magnesium craze right now.
It's social
Anyway,
media. Social media.
okay, I believe you. Anyway, the second thing is that I think that you should ask for things. There is nothing that can go wrong with asking for things. Like if you ask,
Emanuela, can you give me $5,000?
I don't have it.
Fuck you.
Like,
What's
just
now the point?
you guys should ask for things. The worst thing they will tell you they don't have or tell you no or whatever. But
Oh,
like, yeah, ask.
that's actually horrible. What's
No,
now
no,
the
no. I
point
think.
of asking
Do you
when I?
know? Also, I think that one thing that people do a lot is that when they ask for things, people don't know how to ask for things. They ask for things and then they offer things in return. You must learn to stop asking for things in exchange for something else. If you are going to ask for something, just tell somebody that like,
Can you give me $5,000? I'll give
I
you.
said I don't have.
You said I should offer something in return now, and I'm trying to
Don't
then.
ask for things in. Don't offer things in return. It's not a trade.
Oh,
Like especially and this thing. I want to get babes. Like babes need to have this mindset that if you want something from a guy, just fucking ask him. Don't ask him and tell him that oh you can. Okay, I'm gonna. You can fuck me. I'm going to censor that. I'm going. You can fuck me in exchange. Like, girl, just ask. If he's going to give you, he'll give you. It's not to be
people do that
offering.
nowadays.
I just want Twitter. I saw one picture where the girl was like the guy was selling a phone for 490K and the girl was like, oh, I have only 300K. Can I give it to you? You fuck the 190K out of me. And I'm just like this babe, like you have no OT. You could have literally told the guy like, I have just 300K. Would you give it to?
I think the guy will actually not want to fuck you again because of that.
That's
Like
the
if you
thing. So
wanted
for my
to.
own if you want it, just ask him. Like, I have 300K. Can I send it to you? That's all I have. But this is what I want. If he's going to say yes, he'll say yes. If he's going to say no, he'll say no. If you are going to fuck, you still fuck. Like, just do things. Just ask for things. Also, I always have friends that like they want to borrow money. Then they'll come and ask me like, oh, should I borrow money from this person? Then they'll ask me like, should I tell them that like I would add an interest? I'm like, why are you offering an interest? Are they a bank? They didn't ask you for an interest. So why are you offering them that? So like just stuff like that as well. Then lastly, the last thing I want to say is that you can't just do things. Like people need to get it in their brain that you can't just do things. You can't just start a startup. You might end up in prison. You can't just like walk on the road naked. Somebody might slap you. So like yeah, you can't just. I know it's so it's so popular when people say you can't just do things. I appear to tell you that things have consequences. You can't just do things.
Yeah,
Bye.
true. Yeah. Bye.
We didn't talk about the T app, but yeah, that's